I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Clerk Pro Tem, please call the roll, if you don't mind.
Trustee Wilkin,
Here.
Trustee McElwain,
I think he's just walking in.
Trustee Ondal,
Here.
Trustee Altenstein,
Here.
Supervisor Sellers,
Here,
all present.
we have
You
a
have
quorum.
quorum.
All righty. The first order of business is approval of minutes for the October 6th, 2025 meeting. I need a motion and a second, please.
I'll make the motion. So moved.
Motion by Wilkins, second by Alden. Please take a look at the minutes.
Second.
If you haven't done so already.
So moved.
Any questions on the minutes, trustees?
It's not a correction, so
Okay.
all good.
Seeing that there is none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The next order of business is approval of bills payable, and a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alden, second by Odendahl.
Okay,
Take a look at the bills payable. If you guys can see, it's real short
Short month.
because, we had the 3 weeks last time, so there's not a whole lot.
Right.
Okay?
This
Uh,
is one of the,
Yeah, one of the short,
Understand.
yes. Are there any questions on claims and demands, trustees? Any questions?
no, none.
Okay. Seeing that there is none, Mr. Clerk Pro Tem, please call the roll.
okay. Trustee Wilkins,
Aye.
Trustee Altenstein,
Aye.
Trustee Ondal,
Aye.
Trustee McElwain,
Aye.
Supervisor Sellers.
Aye. The motion carries. The next order of business is supervisor's report. Trustees, I have some things to hand out. The first thing I want to hand out is our fourth distribution from the county. And I will give one, and I will, here. You're very welcome. Here you go. All right. The next item I'm going to hand out is our expenditure to budget report. Let you know how far we are along in this year's budget. So, you have one? Okay. I'll give you trustees time to look at that, and I have one more thing to hand out as promised from the last meeting.
A big bag of money.
No, absolutely not. I have the Operation Jumpstart report from the Operation Jumpstart program. I will give you. And here you go. You can look on the front page of the last document that I handed out if you guys want to learn more about the program. And the final page has more of the program highlights about how many clients, how many people we've served, we've engaged a total of 44 participants in the program. 27 have received job readiness support, resumes, interviews, job prep, job leads. 6 have secured employment, a placement. 6 have entered education or training programs. We developed strong partnerships with local employers, some educators, and some community leaders, and we continue to follow up with mentorship and ensure participants remain supported on their career paths. So this is open to anyone in the community that's looking to get employed or need some assistance with job skills. We help out with that. So the main goal of Freeport Township is to get not only our clients employed, but anyone who wants employment to help them gain meaningful employment.
Good
That's the goal of the
People
program.
approached me that years ago,
Mhm.
and I said, contact me.
Yes. Absolutely. So that is the gist of the program. Jahari
Exciting.
did a nice job putting this report together, and he put a nice summary at the back so I could go through those numbers and let you guys hear about the program. And so, would I consider the program a success? No, but we're on our way. It's going quite well.
Age range.
Oh man, you have to be at least 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the older people we've actually helped get employed is 61.
Wow.
He's looking for employment, so we're going to help him. So he's not a township client, but he came and he's seeking some assistance to gain employment, so we're going to help him as well. Any questions? Yes.
On the second page, it has participant summary and goes down, and then it has job placement slash employment outcomes, working place, 6 participants, and then there are a bunch of bullet items under that.
Yes.
What exactly are those items? How do they refer to the working place?
We have one that's actually at the cheese factory, one at Honeywell, one that got employed at the Secretary of State's office. We have one in the weatherization, one in property management, and we have one with a cleaning company. The other ones are potentials to where they have interviews coming up. So we could potentially have all of those bullets with someone there. So we're waiting on to hear back from the 3, the long-term care, the home health care, and Beefaroo. So we're waiting to hear back to see if those individuals get employed there. So that number would actually go up to 9. If we can get those successfully. So
You know, this is a good thing because now we don't have the Department of Employment Security close by. It's in Sterling, isn't it?
yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Do we know about how many people are participating in the GED program?
No,
Okay,
no.
all
That's part of the 44
Mm-hmm.
that's in there. I can get that number, but I don't know right
All
offhand.
right.
I don't get the number, but I know it's. I think at least 3 or 4.
All right.
But I can find out for
And
sure.
that really looks like a ballpark. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of a ballpark. I mean, clearly, if you're going to look, you can get the exact number, but today, I mean, for right now, I'm just looking for a ballpark.
Okay.
So.
And that's like a first step forward, that they're making, you know, the effort
Yeah.
to go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
which
Oh,
is good.
definitely. Yeah.
I
was
can
trying
find
to
that
get
out.
a feel for like how many. Yeah, just how many are participating who like dropped out of high school.
Right, right.
So just to get a feel for what that looks like. So, yeah. Cool.
Community and education partnership.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those are like King Center computer class partnership, but Bindy Pantry, I'm not familiar with that. And it says community connection.
Yes, that's actually Joseph's pantry, and that lady is she's the overseer of the pantry. So
Okay.
so it's actually Joseph's pantry through Faith Center Church.
So does that mean like some of these students are getting benefits from the pantry? Is that the
No.
community connection?
Mm-mm. The community connection is at some point in time we will have. We've had some of our clients actually go there and help down there, so we're connected with Faith Center Church, and we also have information about the Jumpstart program that's being handed out during the pantry time at Faith Center Church.
What about Salvation Army?
I don't know if we reached out to them or not, but I'm sure Jahari will get around to it.
And now that SNAP benefits?
Yes, that was the next thing I wanted to talk about. So, but yeah, hold on, I want to get to that.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Any more questions on the Jumpstart program?
No questions, but yeah, this is really good stuff. I mean, helping people be able to secure employment is just a positive thing, just all the way around. And we need more of this. I mean, so this is a good starting point. Gosh, if any, I mean, clearly we'll see how this goes, but yeah, the more of this we have in the community, the better.
I agree.
Back in the day, we had Project Props
Mhm.
when I was a mentor.
Mhm.
And on my lunch hours, I'd meet them at the library or at the church. And we usually had 6 or 7 people, but we had different people being mentors,
Mhm.
saying, you know, are you keeping up, are you doing this?
Right.
And it just gives them that little extra, you can do it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I have a question for you
Yes.
if you're done.
I've done it.
Okay. Is there any breakdown on how many people that have disabilities that are being served?
No.
Is there a way of
Well,
getting
I know
that
we have.
and including that in?
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. I know it's a fine line, and
Yes.
people don't always want to talk about their
Right,
disabilities.
Right. So, you know,
Mhm.
we kind of try to, if we can.
Sure.
I know we do have one that we actually have helped taken a placement test to be part of a program, if I'm not mistaken. He couldn't understand the questions. He couldn't comprehend
Sure,
the
that's what I'm talking
questions.
about, like learning disabilities.
But once the question was read to him, he could answer the question.
Sure.
So we actually
Yep.
help with that as well. So I know we
or
have one.
dyslexia.
Yes,
Mhm.
we have one that has
Good.
that. And Jahari has helped him with that portion. So anything we can do to help you get over hurdles, what we're going to do. And he has enough flexibility in the schedule to where he can actually,
Sure.
and he's actually done actual tutoring because his original education is in education. He was a teacher, so he's also helping tutoring for GED and all that stuff. So, yeah.
If there's an individual we want to recommend to use these services, do they need to come to the township or just get a hold of Jahari directly?
They can get a hold of Jahari directly. They can call the township. He actually created a online form to where you fill out and you actually can schedule your appointment with him right online.
How do you spell his first name?
Jahri, Jahari.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
ARI. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So there's ways you contact Freeport Township, and we'll get you in contact with Jahari. And yeah. So what I'm working on now is getting Jumpstart, Operation Jumpstart, its own Facebook page, to where it'll have because you know a lot of the individuals who are part of this program, they're younger, so they are part of that social media thing. So if we can make it as easy as possible for them to get a hold of him, or for them to get a hold of us, to where we can put him in contact with him, that's how we do it. Any more questions about Operation Jumpstart?
Nope.
I think it's wonderful.
All right, thank you guys very much. Okay, my next thing I want to talk to you guys about is real quick. I know you guys have heard about the potential of January 1 being the day where SNAP benefits will be cut. Now we've been talking about this for a while, so it's not like this is a surprise. Now I don't know for a fact if it's going to happen, but that's what the rumor is saying. So I'd rather hope for the best but prepare for the worst. So I've been in contact, and I've been talking with my staff about what could potentially happen, and I'm trying to come up with something to where we can help where we can. So I should have more information about what we could potentially do at our next meeting, and I can bring that to you guys. We can all discuss it.
And as far as you know, is it just, at this point, is it just Illinois?
Nationwide.
If it happened, it would be nationwide. So,
Is it a federal shutdown?
mhm.
Okay,
So
so once that ever opens up again, will,
Oh, but there are also cuts in the spending bill that was passed
Oh,
earlier this
yeah.
year too.
Yes.
So I think that's probably driving it even more. So
That's
even,
too
so it's
bad.
shut down or not,
Yep.
Mhm.
that is driving a lot of the cuts.
Mm-hmm.
One clarification, it's November one,
November 1.
not, yeah, I think you said January one, you meant November one.
I'm sorry, yes, January. I mean, November 1, sorry about that.
Oh, so
Yes.
November 1 might be tied
Yeah,
to
November
the
1 might
shutdown.
be the, yeah, might be the one. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
you'll see those lines all the way along the top, unfortunately.
Well, let's,
That's what it's there for.
let's see how we can help. Let's first of all let's
Prepare.
as time gets closer, I think more information will be coming out. So if you guys can also do some reading, educate yourselves on it.
Mhm.
We'll do it on our end so we can, come up with a nice solid plan on how we can help the people if we can help them the best way we possibly can.
Is this anything that the state organization gets us sound information on?
I think DHS would have more sound information on it because it does affect them. It would affect that organization.
I didn't
was
know if
asking
like the
about Troy.
township organization.
Um,
It's the state, no local government.
I would certainly hope so. But one thing I don't do is rely on them to get information to us. I mean, they do a good job, but there's certain things that we need to seek out for ourselves and have an understanding for ourselves. So
There's a lot of hearsay out there.
yes, and I haven't heard anything from TOI as of yet. So if this is going to potentially happen November 1, I think we would have heard something. I would hope that we would have heard something. What I will do, I will email Jerry Crabtree, who is the executive director over TOI, and ask him what he's heard, and see if he can give us some information.
He's been around a long time.
Yep.
He
So.
knows his stuff.
Yep. So that's what I can do. I can email them and see exactly what they know and what they've heard.
Man, there's been nothing in the monthly newsletter either about it.
No.
Oh, good question. Yeah, there's been nothing so far.
I just heard about it over the week.
Mm-hmm. And again, we can also contact our contacts at DHS to see what they know.
Mhm.
So
Do we ever have like someone from DHS come in to talk about what's happening in terms of their programs since
Mm-mm.
they over?
Mm-mm. The only time we have dealing with DHS is when we have an appeal for terminating somebody. They have to show up to make sure that we did
Mhm.
everything right. But other than that, DHS pretty much do their thing and we pretty much do ours. If this is a situation where it's an actual reality, it may be a benefit to have them come in and speak with us or something like that. It could be a benefit to do that. But let's make sure this is actually going to happen. So again, we keep our ears to the ground. I'll make my connections to TOI to see what they've heard, and also make our connections with DHS and see what they've heard.
And as far as the eligibility,
Mhm.
it's fluctuated so much over the years, how much income, how many people in the house.
All that is going to
It's for them.
right. That's what DHS does.
Right.
But when we're talking about them cutting SNAP benefits, all that goes out the window because now we're
That's
in
right.
now we're in uncharted waters.
Mhm.
So, we gotta. Yeah. So, first step first, Mike will always tell me is to make sure that this is going to potentially happen. This could happen, and it's inevitable. So if it is, then that's when we need to. But in the meantime, we will make our plans on how we can help the people that we can help. and then we'll reach out to the other organizations to see what they can do, because it's gonna fall heavily on our food pantries as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be very, very bad for this area. Okay. So you guys keep your ears and eyes open if you read anything. You know,
Question it.
yeah, question in and let's see if we can't dig to some truth here and see if we can find this is going to actually happen or not. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Any questions, comments, concerns, board members, anything?
Well, just one thing else to keep in mind is we already have a general assistance program that's
Yes, we do.
poised to respond if needed. So that's already in place.
Mm-hmm.
I think the question mark would be is if there's need for anything else in addition to that.
Well, you know, the thing about it is now we're getting into families.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting into people who may have some income but not enough income to make ends meet. And now that's where we are in the uncharted waters for us here at Township. So we have to make sure that we can meet the needs of general assistance, and plus be able to meet the needs of the individuals who may be working but not have enough money to make ends meet, and could fall into a potential trap because they've had these benefits cut. Now we do have emergency assistance, so we do have that. So yes, you're right. We have GA and we have emergency assistance. So within those two areas, we should be fine.
Yes, yeah, at least right. We have something.
Right, we have
to
something.
offer immediately.
We have a
without
mechanism
doing
in place.
anything extra.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
So it's not like we're totally flat-footed. Just can't
Right.
do nothing.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be a case of do we need to? Is there some other options that might be needed?
Yeah, we have the mechanism in place. We just have to narrow down how we are going to do it,
Yeah.
how it's going to be done.
Yeah.
So, and we'll get it. We'll figure it out, because that's what we do here. Right? That's what we do. Trustee Odendahl, seems like you're pondering. I can smell the wood burning from over here.
Well,
Coming out of his
Yeah.
ears.
and to some extent, I'm still trying to get clear on some of the relationships, and I have to be careful that I don't carry over what was true 50 years ago. It's
Yeah.
I
still
get
true
it.
today.
I understand.
So, I used to think of it in terms of kind of there was public aid, Department of Human Services now, and that was for longer term needs. And in the environment I was used to, Township often filled gaps, but it was like because Department of Human Services often wasn't able to respond quickly enough.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a gap period there, and the township would fill that. But the concept was always they were just filling a gap. If the person had an ongoing need, it got transferred over to Department of Human Services, and they met the need. So part of what I'm trying to figure out is if we have a program like SNAP that is administered by Department of Human Services, and we have people that have been receiving benefits but now become no longer qualified, then this isn't a temporary need. It's a permanent difference. So do these people fall to Township, or do they not because they're already in the DHS program? They simply don't meet or don't qualify for all the same benefits that they did qualify for. So that's what I'm trying to figure out is where do those people fall?
Good question. That's a good question. Because one thing we are not financially capable of doing is filling that need for everybody forever.
Right.
We can't do that. What we can do is some individuals who have lost this service. If they are in an emergency situation, we can help out for a time being, for a month or so, for a couple months to help them out to get them over the hump if we can. But for us to supply that need indefinitely, we can't do that. We just financially we can't do it, because if that's the case, up goes the property taxes, up goes the tax levy, and I don't think no one wants to hear that. So we need to make sure that if we are going to help, we are helping sensibly, and we're helping within the confines of our budget, and we're making sure that we are helping the people that we possibly can help based off the resources that we have. So I understand what you're saying, that if this whole thing is wiped out, you have a whole population of people who don't have the service anymore. Township can't absorb that. We're gonna need some other organizations to help out and step up. What we need to do is make sure that our pantries are stronger and helping in that area. It's gonna take a collaborative effort in order for us to get through this.
And if I'm understanding correctly, it's really hard to get clear information on this, exactly what the new laws would do. But since a lot of it's oriented towards employment, what I would think is you have a whole group of people who maybe are currently unemployed and who are receiving benefits, and under the new interpretation would say, okay, these people need to be employed. Okay, that's fine. Say they need to be employed, but there are obviously all kinds of barriers there
Yes.
that are preventing them from being employed now. So to be able to help them effectively overcome those barriers and get employment, that's a whole nother issue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where the program that we have,
Right.
Jumpstart.
is gonna
Right, and that's what I'm thinking. That could become more and more critical.
more,
Yes.
yeah.
And back in the day, I mean, I have a daughter that's gonna be 50 next year. Back in the day, it just went on and on and on, and I never had to use any of that. But you have to let these people enable themselves to
Right.
move forward.
But now here's where
Yeah, because there's two sides to that coin.
but here's where the further dilemma comes. You ready for this one? Now we have people, and we're getting them prepared to work, but how many livable wage jobs do we have here in the city of Freeport?
Right.
That you can work this job and take care of your family without having to work multiple jobs to take care of your family. How many of those do we have? I mean,
Yeah, for limited skilled people.
absolutely. So we have to. That's a whole other dilemma that Mike is looking at me, telling me not to go down that rabbit hole. So I'm gonna just stick my foot in the rabbit hole. I'm not going all the way
You're
down
backing
it.
out.
Right. I'm gonna back out the rabbit hole. So I understand what you guys what you mean. So yeah. So that's where we are, and that's the reality of it. Okay.
Yep.
Any more questions, comments, concerns? Anybody? I'm all ears. Is your wood still burning, or is you?
Well, I just have to know a lot more than what I know about it right now.
Yeah. Well, there is a separation between DHS and township.
Right.
Although we may follow some of the same public aid under the same public aid codes, there's a difference between the two organizations. So if you are receiving, you can receive township, and you can receive public aid. You can receive
Medical
you can
card.
right. You can do both. So right now we may have clients who get money for food with township, and maybe getting SNAP benefits from DHS. So but township is probably paying rent for them, and this is helping with the food. So you never know how the situation goes. But once this is wiped out, we're gonna have to figure something out. But not just township. Every organization in the city will have to figure something out. We have to come together and figure it out together. All right? All right. The next order of business is the assessor's report.
I have nothing to report tonight unless you have questions for me. Okay.
Okay. The next order of business, trustees report. Trustees.
Yeah, question, have we received any, requests for assistance on the, rental program yet?
I will get that for the next meeting.
Okay.
I will have that for the next meeting. I was trying to give it a little time,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so I will get that for the next meeting and get a report from NICA
Okay.
on that. Okay. I will do that. Anything else, trustees? No? Okay. The next order of business is public comment. Any public comments? Okay.
Shane Orlo. I just want to say that just hearing about this Operation Jumpstart, I think that this is a great asset to our community. I hope that it grows. You guys know I'm a high school teacher. I know many kids that don't know how to find a spot once they graduate. So I'm hoping that with the experience that Mr. Allen has in education, he maybe, as this grows, reaches out to some younger people. I know that it's a full community thing. But if we can get some of these, kids that just don't find their niche right out of high school into a program right off the bat, try and find some ways for them to be productive in the community. And Ms. Wilkin, I think that you said it, maybe down the road, we don't have to worry about some of the general assistance and some of the bigger issues because we have something proactive in place that is helping with our community. Other than that, again, working with the schools, it's getting cold out. Just know that there are students in need. There are families in need. Not everybody has heat or anything going on. So if you guys can help out with, any kind of, we got holidays coming up too, toy drives, anything that can help with maybe utilities, heat being on, blankets. I don't know what's all out there, but I just know that as the weather turns, we see a lot of kids in need at the high school and middle school, well, elementary schools too. So if you guys could just keep that on your radar. Again, I know that's not necessarily what is done at Township, but you guys are advocates, so if you guys can think about that as you move forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Any more public comments? Okay, saying that there is none. Any other business go before the town? Seeing that there is none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn until Monday, November 3rd, 2025 at 4:30 p.m.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Wilkins, second by Aldency. Okay.
I got my notes. So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you all. Meeting adjourned.